Welcome to SiGMA TV, and today I'm thrilled to be joined by Yelena from Play Attack, and we're going to be talking about affiliates. We're going to be talking about careers in iGaming, the helmet guy, and much, much more. First up, Yelena, so thank you for being with us today here at SiGMA TV. How are you?
Hi, good morning. I'm actually very thrilled to be a part of this interview, so I'm super happy to meet you guys, and I'm very well. I'm doing well, thank you.
Brilliant. I'm just going to say, I love your jacket.
Thank
We've
you.
been talking a little bit before the interview. I love your jacket. It's absolutely gorgeous. But listen, I want to start up by saying you've been in the iGaming industry for 5 years. But and when we started talking about this interview, you mentioned that you love iGaming, but you studied international relations and law at university. So what drew you to iGaming, and why do you love it so much?
So I have a bachelor's degree from the Coventry University, England. And you mentioned it correctly, international relations and law. I must admit, I'm still quite passionate about international relations and politics right now too, when I'm almost 10 years away from my university desk. This was kind of a subject that was always of my biggest interest, because I grew up in a family where we were discussing politics and international relationship on our dinner table, and like my parents were very involved. So I guess this atmosphere sort of made me being interested in the subjects too. And when I got a chance to apply for such a wonderful course, and Coventry is a wonderful university, I was happily accepting it. I made a lot of kind of researches for myself, and obviously being a part of international relations and law course brought a lot of kind of opportunities for me to develop myself and to make sure that I kind of understand people and nationalities and stuff like that. And this is why, for example, when my first opportunity to join iGaming was very exciting, looked very exciting for me, because so many different people in this industry, so many different backgrounds, so many different nationalities. And I think this is a perfect industry where you can not just develop yourself as a professional within the iGaming industry, but meet so many different people and see how they do business, how they see the world, share your ideas, and so on and so forth. So I think this is why, like, my interest towards having a world open to myself in terms of knowledge, in terms of being able to speak with different people, and iGaming, I kind of felt like this is a great industry to try myself, and I was not mistaken about that.
See, well, exactly, and you haven't strayed from international relations. It's right there in the job that you do. And what you do is you head up the affiliates at Play Attack. So I want to come following on from that discussion about what drew you to this role. What do you do on a day-to-day basis? What does head of affiliates do every day? Well,
Since I've been in a very kind of different company size-wise and operation-wise, I guess the role of head of affiliates is different from company to company. Being a head of affiliates in Play Attack, I'm being very diverse in my daily job. It's not just taking care pretty much of the affiliate departments. We're still a startup. We have a lot of things that need to be kind of created, and the processes that need to be established. So I'm making sure that affiliate department works in line with CRM departments, with legal departments, with compliance departments, with brand departments and stuff, because every single brand they have a kind of their own independent team behind the brand. So I just need to make sure that my team has all the resources to offer the best services and the best products to our affiliates. Therefore, it's constant chats, constant meetings with different departments, calls with people, and again, this is exactly what I love in my job, and I'm being super happy that I have an opportunity to experience that.
That is absolutely fantastic. I love the passion that you have there for the job. Now, you did mention that you're a startup, and I'm going to jump straight in and say, look, the global climate has been so volatile over the past 10 to 12 months for obvious reasons. Now, we've seen a large migration in regards to gaming, coming from land-based gaming, obviously that's not been able to happen, to iGaming. But in relation to affiliates, what have been the trends? Are more people applying to become affiliates in this market, or are they staying safe?
Well, first of all, I totally agree. The last 12 months were just shocking, I guess, to everyone. And probably a lot of people would ask why opening like MJ licenses for most of our brands when it's a corona virus situation. And most of the companies are there being a little bit scared to get closed. But I mean, we made the step. And I can say maybe moving a little bit forward, we are quite happy we did it. And regarding affiliates, what I can say, we can definitely see an increase of the number of affiliates. So every single month, we can see new websites, new people becoming affiliates, and bringing new ideas in the industry as well of affiliation. Because I feel like this is a very positive tendency because, for example, if you compare affiliation to what it was even 5 years ago to what it is now, it's definitely two different things. Right now, we are focusing more on sources, for example, like Twitch, like social medias, YouTubes and stuff like that. I mean, the world is developing more and more. Younger people are joining the industry with their views on how the business should be running and where it's the best way to get the traffic from. And I mean, it's fair. I think it's amazing. We need to have this fresh breath of air, and I think this is really great. And I mean, the fact that, for example, right now, obviously, with all the compliance coming into force within the MJ countries, it's obviously getting a little bit more difficult to attract good players. And, you need to kind of be a little bit maneuverish in terms of how you make your business and what you do and what you cannot do and stuff like that. But I mean, I feel like we are definitely not being in a situation where there is no way out. I can see that a lot of affiliates are sort of adapting to the situation, obviously, same as operators. So no matter kind of how the industry is changing, I still see a potential of being a successful industry in the sense that you can still provide a good operation for the affiliates and they can provide a good service to us. But obviously only time can show how the things will develop.
Well, you jumped straight in there and mentioned TikTok and Twitch and other social media streams, which I wanted to ask you about, because we've seen over the last 12 months, 10 to 12 months, as things have changed, as online behavior has changed, we've seen more affiliates using these sorts of platforms. Is this, I mean, I've got two questions for you. Is this a trend that we're going to see more of? And you mentioned this as well. What are the responsible gaming implications here? Because something like TikTok and Twitch, TikTok in particular, appeals to younger audiences. And of course, we know that iGaming is heavily regulated, and even more so. Day on day, regulations are becoming, certainly in Europe, tougher with how you communicate with your potential audience. So first up, are we going to see more of this social media? And secondly, what are the responsible gaming implications for that?
Well, I do believe that we will see more of them, to be honest with you. And the reason why, at least from my personal perspective, is that using Twitch and TikTok, for example, it's not that costly effective for the affiliate, for the potential affiliate. If, let's say, starting a PPC business or SEO campaign, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of knowledge. Probably you need to involve more people in order to create a site and help you run it and stuff like that. PPC obviously is quite a financially heavily difficult business to start. Obviously, you need to have like a potential clients. You need to know what to do, how to do, and stuff like that. And also, the budget needs to be a little bit bigger rather than just open a Twitch account. Kind of create an idea behind it, create a business plan, what you want to do, how you want to do it, and start sort of doing it. So I think it's a great potential for the younger generation. When I'm saying younger, obviously I'm referring to 18 plus people who are interested in gaming, who want to become potentially an affiliate, and they can do it pretty easily. If they know the business, if they do a little bit of a research, I mean, there's nothing to stop them really. I mean, you can just show yourself, show your talents.
But not even the iGaming, responsible gaming regulations. Not even that's not even going to stop Twitch and TikTok?
Well, I would say, obviously, as you have mentioned, it's a little bit difficult when it comes to the regulation, obviously. And for us, it's been a big question mark for a very long time, since obviously we are a company who is focusing really heavily on being compliant. I mean, we are applying for every single possible license. We do make sure that our brands, our landing pages, our marketing materials, both ongoing and outgoing, are compliant as much as we can kind of afford ourselves to be compliant. And this is why for us, it's really important to make sure that we sort of spread this idea also to our Twitch affiliates, to our social media affiliates, and so on and so forth. And obviously, Twitch is that source where you cannot really make sure that what's going to happen during the Twitch can be controlled from our side. Obviously, we kind of give all the information from our end that you can do this, you cannot do this. We would like you to be a little bit more careful here. Don't say anything that might, be appealing to the children or minor or any audience that can be a little bit more easily triggered and stuff like that. So from our end, we always make sure we provide with all the terms and conditions, with like wishes from our side and stuff like that. But then obviously when it comes to the Twitch itself, here you can probably, a lot of us had this experience where, the Twitch went a little bit in the wrong direction and some things were mentioned which could not be mentioned and stuff like that. So I guess here, every single operator sort of needs to make this sort of opinion. Are you willing to risk or are you not willing to risk? For example, for us, we work with the Twitch affiliates quite heavily. And to be honest with you, they're kind of a big part of our affiliate platform. But we always make sure that we kind of cooperate only with the trusted partners whom we kind of can trust, whom we believe in and stuff like that. So luckily we never had some sort of an issues where, our brands were promoted in the wrong way or something like that.
You see, this leads me on to the next question, and I'm dying to ask you this because you are head of affiliates.
Yeah.
What makes a good affiliate? Do you see people coming to you, working with you that are outstandingly brilliant and then some that are not so good? What's the recipe? What makes a good affiliate?
Well, I mean, I must admit, and I must mention this, like I'm being superly happy and lucky about having such a wonderful team of affiliates whom I'm bringing with me, from company to company from my day one. And I can say majority of them became friends rather than, business partners already.
How lovely.
So yeah, I must admit, I love this part of my job. And this is incredible that you can, meet people on a work-to-work basis, and then, your relationship develop thanks to meeting on the conferences and having, meetings outside the office, let's put it this way, dinners, lunches. So it's great. What now makes a good affiliate for me? First of all, of course, right now you need to be a little bit more careful, since we have already discussed a lot of new affiliates are coming on the markets. Some of them obviously have good potentials in terms of they want to develop themselves, their sources, and make sure that they're there on the market for another 10 years. However, some of them, of course, do have a little bit of intentions of bring players which are not really valuable, or fraud or something like that. Therefore, I always say to my team members that make sure that you always know who is who and make sure you do a proper analysis before starting a new relationship. Obviously, from my end, I mean, that's really not even discussable, that every affiliate needs to be pretty much open about what sources he's using, what websites, be it social media, be it anything else. So be open, be transparent. Obviously, we don't want affiliates to give their secrets, and how they make the traffic better, how to attract it and stuff like that. No, but at least I need to know as an affiliate manager where you want to promote my brand. I mean, obviously, if it's a new person, we would maybe start with a little bit of a slower deals to make sure that both of us are making money and he sees how we perform for him and we kind of can check the same things. And I think it's fair, to be honest with you. Maybe one secret, which I guess a lot of affiliate managers would agree with me, when a new partner comes and starts to ask for huge deals and say that this is the only way how we can proceed and work together, that's a little bit of an alarm for me. because without sort of proving what traffic do you have and without seeing how, let's say, our brand performs for you, it's a little bit difficult for me as an affiliate manager to kind of estimate it would be a profitable deal or not. Therefore, I assume that person is not really looking for a long-term relationship, but rather than a quick
making a quick buck.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely. I was just trying to think, how should I say it more politely, more diplomatically, but you did it perfectly. Yeah.
Making a quick buck. Well, listen, I love the fact that you've outlined your passion for it. I love the fact you're so dedicated to it. And I also love the fact that Play Attack has had a very successful year, particularly for a startup. As a startup, to face the challenges of 2020 is phenomenal, and to still be doing so well is amazing. And I'm wishing you all the best of luck going into 2021. It sounds to me like you have every single ingredient in place for a very successful year. I have one last question for you. I've been online to your website. I was suggested to go and check you out on Instagram. Why the helmet guy? Who's the helmet guy?
First of all, thank you so much for your kind words and wishes. It's really, really appreciated because obviously when you're a startup and when you're new to the market, it is so hard to prove yourself and to make people love you, make people trust you, obviously. So it's been a very difficult but very successful year, and we are really happy to what we have achieved. So fingers crossed for the more upcoming achievements and conquering the whole gaming industry.
Absolutely. I think you've got that wrapped.
Yeah. Well, helmet guy, that's a question I hear a lot. Who is the helmet guy? Who is that famous figure behind the Play Attack platform? Well, I would say he's our idol. He's the person who delivers most of the news, not just about us and our brands, but about the whole industry. So we made that concept being like very interactive in the sense that we didn't want this to be, specifically directed as a marketing towards our platform or brands. We just wanted to make it fun, to include some news around the industry, because obviously these news are so useful on a daily basis. And I mean, you can sort of follow them up with the helmet guy help in a more interactive way rather than just reading an article, on it. He also posts a lot of photos and events from our team. So the Play Attack team, we are a small one. So we want to be, as a small family to everyone who's working with us. Therefore, he shares a little bit of a private information like team events, dinners, lunches and stuff like that. The guy behind it, well, there's no particular person really, but
don't let that secret out. Keep it mystery.
but most probably something will change. I will not say anything more, but what I would like to say, and what definitely I think it's a fair thing to say, guys, keep watching the helmet guy videos and subscribe and click the like button. I'm being advertising here a little bit. No, but honestly, I think we are very proud of our kind of figure behind the brand. So I think it brings a little bit of fun and something new towards the industry. Because I know, for example, a lot of brands I used to work for Mr. Green before. So obviously we had Mr. Green as our biggest figure and he was following us everywhere. And I think it's also a great idea. But he was like a distant character where everyone knows about him, but he never had any kind of interaction with the people. Here we really try to make it sort of on a personal level, that you as an affiliate, as a player, someone who just, follows us, you feel that he speaks directly to you. And you are being the person whom he's sort of discussing the things and sharing the news and stuff like that. And I think it's great.
I think it's brilliant. And again, I'm wishing you all the very best. Thank you so much, Elena from Play Attack, for joining us today. That's all from us for now, but we'll see you next time on SiGMA TV. And once again, wishing you, Yelena, and your whole team all the very best.
Thank you so much. It was really a pleasure. Thank you.